Nuclear bombs have shaped the course of history with their unimaginable power. Did you know the largest ever detonated was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima? These weapons aren't just relics of the past. They remain a critical part of global security and military strategy today. The question is, how well do you really know the most powerful nuclear bombs ever created? Let's dive into the top 10 that changed the world forever. Tsar Bomba, Soviet Union. Tsar Bomba isn't just another nuclear weapon, it's the absolute titan of atomic destruction. Tested by the Soviet Union back in 1961, this bomb unleashed an explosion so massive, it remains the largest nuclear detonation in history. With an estimated yield of 50 megatons, the Tsar Bomba was over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Its shockwave circled the Earth multiple times, and the blast was visible from hundreds of miles away. The sheer force of this bomb was so overwhelming that it shattered windows up to 560 miles from the test site, and the mushroom cloud soared 40 miles high, far beyond the cruising altitude of commercial airplanes. Designed primarily as a show of power during the Cold War, the Tsar Bomba wasn't intended for practical military use. It was a statement, a terrifying demonstration of Soviet technological might. Engineers actually reduced its original 100 megaton design to 50 megatons to limit fallout, but even then, the bomb's destructive capacity was unprecedented. The test raised serious questions about nuclear proliferation and the terrifying potential of human-made weapons. Despite its enormous power, the Tsar Bomba was never deployed in combat, but its legacy still looms large as a symbol of the Cold War's nuclear arms race and the devastating consequences of unchecked weapon development. Understanding the Tsar Bomba is crucial to grasping the scale of nuclear weapons and the importance of global disarmament efforts today. B-41 United States. When it comes to raw destructive power, the B-41 nuclear bomb was the United States heavyweight champion during the Cold War. With a staggering yield of up to 25 megatons, the B-41 was the most powerful thermonuclear bomb ever deployed by the US military. Imagine a bomb so powerful that its explosion could level entire cities in a single blast. Developed in the early 1960s, the B-41 was designed to counter the growing nuclear threat from the Soviet Union, serving as a key element of America's strategic deterrent. Its immense power came from a three-stage thermonuclear design, which allowed it to unleash more energy than most other bombs in the US arsenal. Despite its terrifying strength, the B-41 was relatively compact for its yield, making it easier to deliver via long-range bombers. However, its sheer size and power also meant it was incredibly complex and expensive to produce. The bomb was retired in the early 1970s, replaced by more advanced and versatile warheads, but its legacy remains as a symbol of Cold War brinkmanship and the nuclear arms race. The B-41's existence highlights the lengths nations went to during that era to maintain a balance of power through overwhelming force. Understanding the B-41 helps us appreciate the scale of nuclear weapons development and the ongoing importance of arms control in preventing such devastating power from ever being used again. Castle Bravo, United States. The Castle Bravo test is one of the most infamous moments in nuclear history, not just for its power, but for its unexpected consequences. Detonated by the United States in 1954, Castle Bravo was the first dry-fuel thermonuclear bomb ever tested, boasting a yield of 15 megatons, more than double what scientists had predicted. This massive miscalculation led to widespread radioactive fallout that contaminated nearby islands and exposed thousands of people to dangerous radiation. The explosion was so powerful that it vaporized an entire island and created a mushroom cloud over 25 miles high. Castle Bravo became a stark reminder of the unpredictable and devastating nature of nuclear weapons, highlighting the risks of testing and the long-lasting environmental and human damage they can cause. Beyond its destructive force, the test also intensified global fears during the Cold War, fueling the arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The incident pushed governments to reconsider safety protocols and the ethics of nuclear testing, marking a turning point in how the world viewed atomic weapons. Despite its tragic fallout, Castle Bravo proved the effectiveness of dry-fuel hydrogen bombs, paving the way for more advanced thermonuclear designs. It remains a powerful example of how nuclear technology can spiral beyond control, underscoring the importance of caution and responsibility in handling such immense power. This event still echoes today in discussions about nuclear safety and disarmament, reminding us that even the most powerful weapons come with unforeseen and far-reaching consequences. RDS-37, Soviet Union. The RDS-37 marked a major leap forward for the Soviet Union in the nuclear arms race, becoming their first successful two-stage hydrogen bomb test in 1955. This bomb wasn't just powerful, it was a game-changer, with a yield of 1.6 megatons that demonstrated the USSR's ability to develop thermonuclear weapons rivaling those of the United States. Unlike earlier atomic bombs that relied solely on fission, the RDS-37 used fusion, releasing exponentially more energy and setting a new standard for destructive capability. The test was conducted in Kazakhstan, and the blast was so intense that it shattered windows over 100 miles away and produced a mushroom cloud that soared miles into the atmosphere. This breakthrough sent a clear message during the Cold War. The Soviet Union was no longer behind in nuclear technology. The RDS-37's success accelerated the arms race, pushing both superpowers to develop even more powerful and sophisticated weapons. Yet beyond its military significance, the test also raised awareness about the catastrophic environmental and human costs of nuclear detonations. The RDS-37 remains a symbol of Cold War tension but also a reminder of the terrifying power humanity unlocked in the mid-20th century. Its legacy is a crucial chapter in understanding how nuclear weapons evolved and why global efforts toward arms control and disarmament remain so vital today. B-53, United States. The B-53 nuclear bomb was one of the most fearsome weapons ever built by the United States, boasting a yield of 9 megatons, enough to obliterate entire cities with a single blast. Developed during the 1960s, the B-53 was designed as a strategic weapon capable of destroying hardened underground targets, such as enemy missile silos and bunkers. Its sheer destructive power made it a key part of America's nuclear deterrent during the height of the Cold War. Despite its massive yield, the B-53 was surprisingly compact and could be delivered by various bombers, which made it a versatile tool in the U.S. arsenal. What sets the B-53 apart is not just its power but its longevity. It remained in service for nearly 5 decades before being retired in 2011. This bomb's legacy is a stark reminder of the era when nations stockpiled weapons capable of unimaginable devastation, all in the name of maintaining a fragile peace. The B-53's retirement marked the end of an era, but also highlighted the ongoing challenges of nuclear disarmament and the risks posed by aging arsenals. Even today, the story of the B-53 serves as a powerful lesson about the balance between military strength and global security, urging us to consider the consequences of wielding such overwhelming power. Mark 17-24, United States. The Mark 17 and Mark 24 bombs were among the earliest and most powerful thermonuclear weapons developed by the United States, representing a massive leap in nuclear technology during the early Cold War. These bombs packed an incredible punch, with yields ranging from 10 to 15 megatons, enough to wipe out entire metropolitan areas in a single blast. What made the Mark 17 and 24 especially notable was their sheer size and weight. Each bomb tipped the scales at over 20,000 pounds, making them some of the heaviest nuclear weapons ever built. Despite their bulk, they were a critical part of America's nuclear deterrence strategy, designed to be dropped from strategic bombers to counter the Soviet threat. Their development marked a transition from simpler atomic bombs to more complex and powerful hydrogen bombs, which harnessed fusion reactions to release vastly greater energy. Although these bombs were eventually phased out in favor of smaller, more efficient warheads, their impact on the arms race was significant. They demonstrated the terrifying scale of destruction possible with thermonuclear weapons, and pushed both superpowers to innovate rapidly. The Mark 17 and 24 bombs remind us of a time when nuclear arsenals grew exponentially, driven by fear and competition, and highlight why arms control remains a critical issue today. Their legacy is a powerful chapter in the story of nuclear weapons, showing how technology and strategy evolved during one of history's tensest periods. RDS-220, Soviet Union. The RDS-220, better known as the Tsar Bomba's official designation, wasn't just any nuclear weapon. It was the ultimate expression of Cold War power and technological ambition. Originally designed to yield a staggering 100 megatons, it was the largest nuclear bomb ever conceived. However, for its 1961 test, its yield was deliberately reduced to 50 megatons to limit the fallout, and, to reduce structural damage to the delivery aircraft. Even at half power, the explosion was cataclysmic. The blast radius extended hundreds of miles, the shockwave circled the globe multiple times, and the mushroom cloud towered over 40 miles high, higher than any natural weather phenomenon. The sheer magnitude of the RDS-220's detonation was so immense that it remains unmatched in nuclear history. This bomb was never intended for practical military use. Instead, it was a political statement designed to demonstrate Soviet supremacy and deter any potential adversaries. The RDS-220's test sent shockwaves, both literal and figurative, through the world, underscoring the terrifying capabilities humanity had unlocked. It also sparked global debates about nuclear arms control and the ethical implications of such overwhelming destructive power. The Tsar Bomba's legacy is a chilling reminder of the dangers of unchecked military escalation and the importance of international efforts to prevent nuclear catastrophe. Even decades later, the RDS-220 stands as a symbol of the Cold War's darkest moments and the ongoing challenge of managing the world's most dangerous weapons. B-83, United States. The B-83 nuclear bomb stands out as one of the most powerful and sophisticated weapons still active in the United States arsenal today. With a maximum yield of 1.2 megatons, it combines immense destructive power with modern safety and precision features, making it a formidable component of America's nuclear deterrent. Developed in the 1980s, the B-83 was designed to replace older, less reliable bombs while offering greater flexibility in deployment. Unlike earlier massive bombs that prioritize sheer size, the B-83 balances power with accuracy, allowing it to be used against a wider range of targets, from hardened military installations to strategic enemy infrastructure. Its design reflects decades of nuclear weapons evolution, incorporating advanced safety mechanisms to prevent accidental detonation and improve handling. The B-83's continued presence in the arsenal highlights the ongoing challenges of nuclear strategy, maintaining credible deterrence while managing the risks of such devastating technology. While its yield is smaller than Cold War giants like the Tsar Bomba or Castle Bravo, the B-83's blend of power and precision makes it a uniquely dangerous weapon. It really symbolizes how nuclear weapons have evolved from blunt instruments of mass destruction into more refined tools of military strategy. Understanding the B-83 sheds light on the complexities of modern nuclear deterrence and the delicate balance between maintaining security and preventing catastrophe. Its existence serves as a reminder that even today, the threat of nuclear devastation remains very real, underscoring the importance of global efforts toward arms control and disarmament. Ivy Mike, United States. The Ivy Mike test marked a monumental breakthrough in nuclear weapons technology, forever changing the course of military history. Conducted by the United States in 1952, Ivy Mike was the first full-scale test of a hydrogen bomb, producing an astonishing yield of 10.4 megatons, far surpassing any previous atomic explosion. Unlike earlier bombs that relied solely on nuclear fission, Ivy Mike harnessed the power of nuclear fusion, the same process that fuels the sun, unleashing vastly greater energy. This test wasn't a deployable weapon but a proof of concept, demonstrating that thermonuclear fusion bombs were not only possible but devastatingly powerful. The explosion obliterated the test island in the Pacific, vaporizing everything in its vicinity and creating a mushroom cloud that soared over 25 miles into the atmosphere. Ivy Mike's success triggered a new era in the arms race, pushing both the United States and the Soviet Union to develop even more advanced hydrogen bombs. However, it also raised profound ethical and environmental concerns, as the scale of destruction and radioactive fallout became alarmingly clear. The test underscored the terrifying potential of nuclear weapons to cause unprecedented devastation and highlighted the urgent need for international controls. Ivy Mike remains a pivotal moment in history, symbolizing both human ingenuity and the dangerous path of nuclear escalation. Its legacy continues to influence nuclear policy and disarmament discussions, reminding us of the immense power humanity unlocked and the responsibility that comes with it. W-88, United States. The W-88 warhead is a marvel of modern nuclear engineering, packing extraordinary power into a surprisingly compact package. With an estimated yield of around 475 kilotons, it may not match the colossal blasts of Cold War-era giants, but its advanced design and precision make it one of the most potent and sophisticated nuclear weapons in the world today. Deployed on Trident II submarine-launched ballistic missiles, the W-88 is a key element of the United States strategic deterrent, capable of striking targets anywhere on the globe with incredible accuracy. What sets the W-88 apart is its miniaturized design, which allows multiple warheads to be carried on a single missile, increasing the destructive potential without requiring larger delivery systems. This efficiency represents decades of progress in nuclear technology, shifting the focus from sheer explosive power to precision and survivability. The W-88 embodies the modern era of nuclear weapons, smaller, smarter, and deadlier. Its existence underscores the ongoing challenges of nuclear strategy, where maintaining credible deterrence involves balancing power, precision, and the risks of escalation. While its yield is modest compared to historic megaton bombs, the W-88's impact lies in its ability to deliver targeted strikes with devastating effect, making it a cornerstone of current nuclear arsenals. Understanding the W-88 helps us grasp how nuclear weapons have evolved from blunt instruments of mass destruction into highly sophisticated tools of military strategy, highlighting the complex realities of global security in the 21st century. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the 10 most powerful nuclear bombs in history. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest Simply Science videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us which bomb surprised you the most or what topic you want us to explore next. Your support helps us bring more amazing science content straight to you. Stay curious and see you in the next video.